Hello folks, today we are making some custom headers. I've already made a quarter of the header system. It's a semi mock-up, it's only tacked on here, tacked on there. Basically duplicate that over here, so there'll be two of these baffles either side of the car. As you can see, this is how we're fabricating it using pie cuts. This comes round here, that comes round there, the join in the middle, the bend, oh my goodness, so much work. So I'm going to use this video and show you how I'm doing it all. The baffle isn't complete yet, it's just tacked on at the end with 3 little tack welds there. Inside, I'll show you how I'm doing that, and I'm filling it with steel wool, and I've no idea how it's going to sound until I turn it on for the first time. And if it sounds too loud, I'll need to dismantle the baffles and pack it with something else. So here's the workbench, new chop saw, abrasive wheel, very messy, lots of noise, lots of sparks, and I have to make approximately another 150 of these sections here. I'll show you how I'm doing the 2-into-1 section as well. I would love to have this done today and started and see how it sounds. So let's get on with it. Less noise, less chat. Let's go. I'll do a couple of cuts and then I'll speed up the video. So as you can see, really crappy finish. There's the shape. Okay, but obviously I need to get rid of all this crap inside as well. That takes ages, so you don't want it to sit through 150 of them. So let's go. So I've cut another 3 of these for the baffles, just so you wonder, if you're wondering what they're for. Okay, I think I've cut enough of those little things. I think I've got about 80 or 90 of them. And I'm going to stop for now because that's all the pipe I've got left. Might need it for baffles, etc. So now I need to clean every single one of them up. That's kind of a pain, but it's got to be done. On with the show. Okay, that's the extremely tedious part done. I could make a big chain necklace for King Kong. Don't worry, I'm just going a bit mad. So, I'm not completely paranoid about these being super smooth because when I weld them, any very thin bits of metal are going to just melt anyway. So, it was these sort of bits of shrapnel I wanted to get out. Because if the engine's running at high RPM and there's any loose metal, it's going to fire out these exhausts and cause all sorts of mayhem. Okay, on to the fun bit. So I need to make another 2 of these 2-into-1 pipes. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. First thing is you make almost a U shape with the pie cuts. Now if I wasn't such a cheap ass I would have bought a U-shaped bit of pipe, but they're like between $40 and $60 each section and I would have needed 4 of them. So that's like $240 just to make these. That's too much money. So I'd rather spend the time and make them myself. So here we go. goosebumps want to jump down my neck today. Oh, getting a bit hot. That's actually all I need to put together at the moment. I don't need a full U shape. As long as I can cut a straight line down the middle of the pipe, that should be plenty. So I'll show you what I do next. So using a very technical way of measuring, namely eyeballing the middle, I've drawn a line across the middle and a line across the middle, you know what I mean. I'm going to cut this section out, and then basically you just fold the two sections round and they should meet. Let's find out. I'll take it to the vise and cut it over there. Be back in a sec. The next stage is welding up all the joins of the pie cuts. Pretty crude looking, but all I want is good penetration. So once I grind all that down, I then stitch it together in the middle, and it should come out like this. I was just grinding that. I'm not too bothered about this join here looking smooth. I don't think. I'll see. If I can get a better tool to rub it down, then I will. But it's solid enough. It takes a lot of time, but it's doing the job. It's the shape I want. And it really is mostly just time and effort, to be honest. There's not a lot of money in that, other than all the electricity I'm using. Okay, so I need to duplicate that with that, and the one I made the other day. And that really is the hardest part. After that, I can just make the pie cuts to fit the next stage. Getting close. Oh well, I've run out of Wednesday. In fact, Thursday. Oh my god, I don't know what day it is. I think it's Thursday. It's getting dark, it's raining. It's getting too late to make noise. So here's what I've done so far today. The second joining pipes are positioned. I still need to weld them up properly and smooth them down like that one, and then obviously make another baffle for that side. But at least I've made the other two joining pipes. Well, that one just needs attached. And then grind down. Actually, I'm going to grind that down before I join it. It's much easier to grind it down before it's like that, so that's going to be a pain in the tits. So once I've finished this side, I can get onto the next side. if I get up early tomorrow, I should be able to fabricate everything to a testable position, if you know what I mean. He says, full of confidence. It's coming together though, quite happy so far. It's reasonably symmetrical, it's not exact, but that's okay. It means there's a nice gap there for the oil dipstick, and also if I want to bring the spark plug wires up through, although I might tuck them underneath, I think it'll be neater. Okay, so that's where we're at. Garage still pigsty. Catch you in a minute. Another day has dawned. Not a very nice day, but that's okay. I can do stuff inside the garage. Right, I'm going to make some baffles. Just taking a wee break from welding, grinding. Oh, goodness, it gets tedious, honestly. So, basically for the baffles, I'm going to drill lots of holes. Spin it around, lots of holes. Times 3. Once I've got them done, I'm going to shape the sheet metal into a cone shape, weld it on, stuff it full of steel wool, see what happens. Let's go. Two down, one to go. I need to try and get some of the slag out from inside. This is best that way as any, I suppose. I'll maybe just run a little hand file through the holes, but it's relatively consistent. Guess we'll find out once it's in the car. So I've got 2 of these made, 1 more to go. Gonna grab a coffee because this hand is like kind of dead with holding that. Okay, back shortly with a coffee. Ooh. Ah. The drill's starting to whistle, so I'm going to let it cool down for a little bit. So next time I speak to you, I will be cutting sheet steel for the baffles. Yay! Right, here's my templates for the, not templates, my draw out. Oh, whatever, I'm tired. So I'm going to cut these out. These are my 3 baffles that I need to make, 3 end pieces. I'm not going to waste your time showing you cutting them out. I'm going to cut them out and then we'll move over to the bending area, okay? This header project is kicking my ass. Honestly, it's taking so long. But hey, it's going to be good when it's done. At least I've got the second 2-to-1 section done. And all the pipes are drilled, so it's just time now. Right, let's go on with it. Oh my god, I really wish I had a cone bending machine, but I don't have like 10 grand, and Even an anvil would be good, although it would have to be a perfectly cone-shaped anvil at perfectly the right degrees. So for now, this is the way of doing it. Starts with a wide tube, goes to a small tube. On with it. There we go, one completely shite cone baffle, but I don't care, it'll work. Look, goes in one end and out the other. So, whoops. So I just need to make the, God, can't even think. Okay, I need to, I've lost it. Probably because my garage is such a disaster. Okay, so obviously I just need to grind the middle of that out. Grind around the circle, make it smooth, set it on top. Before I do that, obviously, I need to insert the back in a sec. Okay, so this goes rammed up that hole to about there. We'll stick it with that much. Don't worry, it'll go in, a bit of persuasion. So it'll come out there, and then I pack it with the steel wool, which may or may not work, I don't care. If it doesn't work, then I can cut this off and just pull the baffle material out and try something else, or to just cut it off there. It's not rocket science, it's making it up as you go along science and see what works science. Okay, I'm not going to bore you with the rest until these are all down, because this has to be ground down, make it look smooth and lovely. So next part, I'm going to have both of these ready for the final stages. Okay. Okay, what was I doing? I was turning welds like this into smoothness. So yeah, these look ugly, okay, but I had to get penetration. I had to get it right. I had to basically bond each pie cut to each other and then remove all the excess metal. But it turns out pretty nice. Obviously it's not perfectly round, but if I was to use like mandrel bends or whatever, you end up with creases in here, you know, which isn't very nice. So, oh, that's still hot. Why am I still touching it? I don't know, maybe I'm cold. So both of those, the inner baffles are done. This one's on its new, I still to weld it there. Weld the plate on the end after I pack it full of stuff. This one's also done. Another pipe in there, ram it full of stuff, weld the ends on. After that, all that's left to do is make another one of these, which I've kind of got almost done. So it's still a lot, still a lot of grinding to do, but we're getting closer, guys, getting closer. Right, let's stuff exhausts, baffles, whatever. I'm not going to have enough steel welt, so I'm going to have to go back to Home Depot, grab another packet. Nice and tight. Just like you point out, I have no idea if this is going to work. In case it matters, I'm using the coarsest steel wool I can find. And no, it's not stainless, so it'll probably rust and be all horrible, but I don't care. I don't care. Just want it done. And if it works, then I may open it up again and put in stainless. Or I might not. Who knows? Yeah, so unfortunately it takes when I put this cap on. If it's loose, then the fine fibres in this might just decide to escape out the holes in the centre. Okay, cap on, couple of tacks. Cool. Now I'll just weld round that, clean it up, and that's the last baffle. Although I've still got to fill the second baffle I did because I didn't actually put any stuff in it yet. Blech. Nearly there. Finally finished the second set of baffles and Y pipes and header plates. Ran out of flap discs, so I didn't get to smooth it down quite as much as I'd like, but to be honest, these sections here and here, they're taking all the weight really, so I'll probably just keep that, maybe clean it up a little bit, but there's no point in it looking pretty if it's, you know, half a mile down the road from me. So all that's left to do is get these babies on the car, get it ready to fire up, and that will be on the next video. Well, actually it's the previous video, because no doubt you've only come here to see how I made them. So I'm not going to upload this until the other video is up. Thanks for watching. It's been a bitch.